I feel strongly because like you guys both were like terrible flyer. You guys are just hating on somebody trying.
Jack Harlow apologies.
I didn't know that, bro. I didn't know Jack brought that out of you.
Bro, it's not even Jack.
Vanilla, baby.
It's not Jack.
Because I'm trying to like actually give them like a good response. You know what I'm saying? Like this person means something to me usually, so I'm trying to like convey that to them.
I mean, you're popular. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say no to that.
You're in high demand.
But that's not what I was trying to get at.
No,
my point was just more like, yeah, your birthday's for other people.
How
it's not
often?
for yourself.
How often are you typing the same response?
Or
are you personalizing?
I only type the same response to people that I don't really talk to. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially like if it's like a guy that like I haven't seen in years and they're saying happy birthday. That's more of just like a well wishes. You know, it's like I hope that you're doing well. Mm-hmm. So the appropriate response is just like a well wishes back. You know, it's like nothing too crazy.
Well, like is a heart on the message doing too little?
Yeah. No, you have to respond. You
can't just like
just hearting the message is crazy.
I did some of that.
A happy birthday message like deserves a response back.
I just always say appreciate the thought. Like, you know what I mean? Thank you. Like,
you should be able to just drop a heart on that.
Head. No,
I love that. It is my birthday. Today's about me.
You could give him a one-liner. It's not. You know, you said your birthday's for other people. Spencer's gonna make sure.
My birthday's about me. If I don't reply, my bad. I was having a great birthday.
Oh God.
Your birthday is kind of for other people.
It's for other people.
I like a chill birthday. It is.
No, it's not.
People always want an excuse to go out, and if you give them a setting or a situation or a reason to go out, they're gonna attack that every time.
Right. And my biggest thing too is like, yeah, I know it's funny, haha, but I'll be outside like a good amount. You know what I'm saying? Like I know exactly what I like to do and what I don't like to do. And I think, like, if that shit, especially out here, bro, if it doesn't align, like, I'm not going out. So, like, this weekend, especially, I didn't see anything that was, like, that exciting going on. Didn't do my own thing. So, I was like, I'm going to just stay in.
I think that's the main. You can't force it.
You can't force it, bro.
You can't force it, but I think as long as you're around, you know what I mean, people with good vibes, people who are there to genuinely, like, be happy for you, you know? Mm-hmm. Get a couple drinks, get some good food. I like a meal. I think that's like, you know what I mean? I'm not a big birthday guy, but you know what I mean? If I get some chicken, you know what I mean? I'd love to invite everybody out to a birthday dinner at some point.
You get some chicken.
You know what you got to figure out as you get older? Mm-hmm. The bill. The bill needs to be figured out before you get there.
I mean, I agree, but I think the birthday person just shouldn't pay. I think that's not really... Yeah, everyone could split that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Everyone could take a portion of that person's check at least, and you know what I mean? Like, they shouldn't have to pay.
But you know when you go out with mad people, like we're about to go out today, guy texted Michelle. I was like, yo, how's this bill going to work before we all pull up and just like it gets awkward or whatever? If it's one big bill that's like $5,000, like how the fuck are we going to do this? You know what I'm saying? And she explained that it's probably going to be per table. I'm like, all right, cool. So we have a process. But I feel like I've been in rooms where it's like, you know, you work in music, you know what I'm saying? So you've been in rooms where it's like dinners with mad people and one person takes care of it. But if it's like dinners with mad people and it's not like with an artist or on
something you could write
a company.
off.
Yeah, exactly. It's like everyone's kind of sitting there like, oh shit. Like
that's the funniest thing when the bill comes and it just gets a little quieter.
Yeah.
Like the conversation just cannot continue to flow naturally no matter what now.
Yeah. Like when I left home, I was balling out. I did a dinner in a private room and just like put my card down and I was like,
I'm big dog.
I got y'all.
We're not talking about
I would never do that now. I would never do that.
Never.
I had so much savings, bro. I was going crazy back then.
That would be nice. That would be nice to be able to do the card thing. So, okay, real quick. Your girl's birthday dinner.
Ooh. I love this question.
With her friends.
I love it.
But you're there.
Mm-hmm.
Are you paying for everyone?
It's actually not as black and white as I was about to make it. You got to have the discussion before. And to be honest, especially where I am now in my life, I'm not paying for everybody.
You're not, yeah.
I'm not. Bro, that's whack. That's so whack, bro. That's so
super whack. Yeah. Is she going to pay for me and all my boys on my birthday? Well, is she gonna pick up the tab at the sports bar and we all go watch the game?
Right, they're just silly, bro. Like, I'm not like, who's like a rich person?
I think that's the only situation you should do it. If you don't got it like that, yeah, you just pay for your girl.
Yeah.
But that'd be fire though. You know what I mean? Just like that's a nice gesture. That's a very nice gesture. But yeah, I cannot do anything.
Like,
like
am
that.
I a rapper, bro? Like, I don't. It doesn't even correlate with my image to do that. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
not even that. It's not
part of the brand.
That doesn't fit the brand at
not part
all.
of the brand,
It
bro.
doesn't fit
Osei
the brand.
brand.
Don say, you know what I mean? Because I think it would be tough. What if you don't even show up? You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are like, why would I want to go? Would you want to go out with your girl and like her like 10 girlfriends?
Yeah.
You're the
yeah,
only
yeah,
guy
yeah.
at the table.
10
Feel me? You know what I mean?
is too many.
You know,
I feel like a 5 in total. I can. That's
5 plus
good.
that would be good.
But like 10, I'm just sitting at the table like.
you know what I mean? I'd rather just be like, yo, y'all go have a good time. Here's some bread for this.
Here's $20.
If I can,
Here's a dub.
20 is crazy.
You gotta just Apple Pay her.
Niggas going to Roscoe's or something, bro. The fuck? Yo, but if you subscribe to the channel, we'll be able to take our girls out on very nice dates, man.
What
What up, y'all? Welcome back to the StereoVision podcast.
What's good? Happy Saturday morning, episode 95.
Halfway damn near through the 90s, bro. We're moving along, moving right along.
Big 100 is coming up
You know what I'm saying?
sooner than we can
It'll
imagine.
be a celebration, but another celebration that happened this week. Big Sizzle's birthday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dundada.
Oh,
go.
say. Oh, say.
Let's
You
go.
had a good week?
I had a really good week, man, and an even better birthday. Stayed in, didn't do much. You know, obviously, people on your birthday want you to do the most. But I was telling them, I'm like, bro, birthdays are for other people, not for you.
Yeah.
Or they're becoming like that. It's like
It's
they
not
want you to
true.
do this whole celebration. But I was like, yo, a lot has happened in the past week. I got to just sit down and reflect.
I think, yeah, okay, the reflection thing makes sense. I think I was surprised that you wanted to stay in because I think you're like, would you describe yourself as a planner?
I am a planner, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not ever going to do that. I would never have an expectation of doing something on my birthday because I hate planning anything. You know what I mean? But like, you know what I mean? You see, Spencer makes birthdays very easy. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? He'll give you a venue. You know, it's very, very set up. I thought it might be on that timing, but
I'm a planner too.
I love a good just stay in, do whatever, you know what I mean? I appreciate the messages and shit. But
Yeah.
The older we get, the more just like one good dinner.
yeah.
One good KBBQ session with all the most important people. You know what I mean? This year I might do like a Brazilian steakhouse.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Just like one good meal like suffices. Like I'm over throwing massive parties and like doing shit like that.
This nigga had us on a boat one year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, like 12 people on a boat for like 6 hours. Just
Mid-
so drunk. I got carried off the boat, bro.
Mid-pandemic, bro. Mid-pandemic boat party was insane.
Yeah, I mean, I think I posted the picture of all of us, like the group photo, and one of the StereoVision writers at the time was like, "Not a mask in sight."
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was a funny time. But I think it's been a good little week. I've been kind of chilling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No real music at all, really. That like was impactful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you weren't impacted by Mr. Bats.
We could get into it. The 4-bat shit was pretty good. That shit has been addicting. He heard me play that shit like 4 times last night.
Yeah.
But it's all right. We'll get into it.
Yeah,
4
let's get
bats.
into it.
4
go.
bats.
4 bats.
Osei's arch nemesis.
This is a 4-bats pod now.
You know what I mean? Every
We
week
talk
this
about him
nigga got
every
something.
day.
But hey, this podcast I feel like reflects real life conversations and the amount that
Yes.
he be getting talked about in the industry.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
The kid had 2 Billboard articles yesterday.
yeah, it was crazy.
This is wild.
That
Back
was-
to back.
Yeah,
He's
he's easily the
stupid.
hottest, most talked about thing in music right now that I can tell.
Yeah, bro handled business. He got the Drizzy stimulus package.
Yup,
You know what I'm saying?
the big stimmy.
Act 2 Data 8 remix featuring Drake came out yesterday. Make sure to also tap in on live stream, of course. Twitch link gonna be in the bio. Follow us. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I liked it a lot. It feels like we talked about it yesterday. It feels like 2 separate songs a little bit. You know, I don't-
Totally is 2 separate songs.
yeah. Drake. I like though that like you've been saying, Drake gave him at least the first part.
Yeah, it makes so much more sense when you see him get the OVO deal the same day.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
it was literally just Drake saying, if you don't know, this is my new artist 4 bats. And if you want to hear my new verse that's better than anything on For All the Dogs, you have to listen to his new song.
Yeah, it's a look, not a song. This was not
Totally.
completely artistic, but still, you know, his vibe fits Drake's vibe. Lets him do his little R&B singing shit. Drake smoked that shit though.
Yeah, definitely.
Already a great song, but I'm a fan of that. You know, the EP shit is what gets me very excited.
Right.
Yeah.
I really do see him in a different light after that announcement, because it feels like now the whole thing is a rollout, and it was like very well scheduled and thought out. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that Drake necessarily was in the picture the whole time, but I think like when he got added to the picture, it's like, okay, how are we gonna roll this out? And there's obviously like a thought behind, okay, we're gonna do the remix. We're going to announce you as like one of the hottest artists right now in 2024. Then we're going to drop that you signed an EP deal to OVO. And like, it'll just get people hyped, bro. I really respect the moves and like the way that he's marketing himself.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, shout out whoever's doing PR on the project, because I was very impressed with the timing of the Billboard piece.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I thought that came at the perfect time. Like you said, the scheduling was just literally, it couldn't have been better, because you went that Drake song, or the Drake song came out, right? And then the article came out.
Yeah.
And then the second article about him signing, it was perfect.
I don't know if they're still involved, but like big shout out to Vidya, because they were doing all the distribution. They've been kind of the machine behind all of this. Shout out Ben Shafter on that team. I know him, but like they've put everything they have into this, and have been very, very strategic, making sure he's getting looks. So like that, I think they were honestly a big part of the machine that was behind him. Obviously, I think management killed it. I forget her name. Is her name Amber?
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Who does creative at RCA? Yeah.
She's dope, obviously killed shit. But yeah, I feel like the video team has kind of been an unsung hero of all this, like really providing some bread, making sure that he's moving around where he needs to be, making sure he's still meeting partners and doing things like that. So
Vidya, that's just the distro deal?
Yeah.
Distro company?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not even familiar. Who else is on them?
I forget.
Yeah, okay.
I forget. They do I think they do a lot of one-off projects.
Cool.
You know, like they did like the last Snoop Dogg thing they put out. But
Cool.
Yeah, great song. If you already like know it, you know it. Did everyone know about Four Bats? That's something that like, do you feel like it's just an industry thing and now it's big?
After the conversations in the last day, I thought everyone knew about him.
Same.
Because we're like we were talking before the episode, like we're so immersed in industry, you know what I mean, that our conversations in the building and out of the building are about Four Bats. Our timeline is Four Bats. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But yeah, like we were playing poker with some younger kids that I think would definitely know, music fans. You know what I mean? And they had no idea who it was. They're just like, oh, that's the dude that got the new Drake song. You know what I mean? And they knew nothing about him. So I'm like, maybe it's not as in front of everyone as I initially thought it was.
And that's why I've been a little bit concerned, especially with the remix, because I do feel like when Drake, you know, collaborates with artists that don't necessarily have a following or like a foothold in the game yet, I do think we start to see like fall off because they haven't established that foundation of having their own fan base. Like I referenced Blockboy JB and I Love McConan in the video. I'm sure there's other examples, but I don't know. I do think that he's smart enough to maybe combat that. I feel like the EP is an extremely smart move. I don't think I've ever seen somebody sign an EP deal to OVO or like really in a long time. Like that's a really smart move.
Smart as fuck, because it's not I'm signing to you as an artist and I'm putting I need your help. I need this OVO thing to work out for my career workout. It's like, this is something that's already done probably. You can elevate it. I can help you. This is mutually beneficial to both parties. Work together for a little bit. If we want to continue this, we can continue this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think OVO has just as much to prove if they want to sign him long term as he's trying to prove with the music being good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, they're like almost auditioning for him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What can you do for me, for real? You know what I mean? Besides just slap a Drake feature on the shit. And if they don't do anything extra, I don't think it's necessarily going to hurt him.
Yeah.
He's already built up a fan base. I think the feature is going to do what it's supposed to do in terms of bringing people to his page. So,
I mean, we've talked about the label being like pretty poorly run on this podcast. Not even poorly run, but just like not producing results.
Yeah.
Having some super talented artists and just them not really going anywhere.
Well, this might be my hot take too. I really feel like Drake has one of the most talented artist labels, if not the most talented. But I think that talent seems to be stifled every time someone gets signed. It's like, even with Party could be a huge star.
Yeah.
And maybe he doesn't want to. Maybe, I don't know. But I mean, when you have Party, Majid Jordan, Roy Woods, I mean, obviously newer, but Naomi Sharon, you got Four Bats. I feel like the only miss to me is Smiley. Smiley to me doesn't make sense on that roster.
Can we talk about how cohesive that roster is?
Yeah, and Popcorn too, but yes.
Can we talk about how cohesive
they could make
that
one
roster
song together and it'd be fire.
Now that also makes a lot of sense as to why he made that decision. Because he's going to be able to, even if he doesn't get a feature from Party, like talking to him and having a conversation with him about how did you do P1, P2, you know what I mean? Those are the type of vibes that he's trying to, I think, accomplish. So I think it's going to be a great look. What's the best Drake put on song?
Like song, like artist that he hopped on and
not
put
his,
an artist on.
He was a feature. Yeah, him as a feature.
I mean, one of the best is him on Versace with Migos.
Oh,
that's like one of the. I think
that's a good one.
That's one example where Migos had a lot of like heat and steam in Atlanta already, but I think that's one where he came and added a lot of value.
That's the first one that almost made me go. I'm gonna keep saying "Girls Need Love" Part 2 with Summer Walker, but that one competes with it.
That one's really good. I don't think I have an answer. I think I like Versace. What are some of the other ones?
I mean, he also worked with Fetty Wap for what was it, My Way?
Ooh,
he's on that.
Yes.
God. I mean, but Fetty was already Trap Queen had already done his thing.
That's what I'm
right?
saying. Like, I don't.
It was
think,
in the midst of it doing its thing.
I think you need to be at a pivotal moment in your career for the Drake thing to work. I don't think you can just be like a couple hot songs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think you have to be a little established. Like, you look at The Weeknd, like he damn near. I mean, I don't know the details behind this, but obviously a lot of Take Care was written by The Weeknd, but The Weeknd had Trilogy before, right?
Yeah.
So it's like he already was building up this fan base, this cult fan base that really already fucked with him. Drake just came in and kind of turned him up by, having him write part of his album.
He ain't turned up The Weeknd.
You think vice versa?
I think they came up at the same time in the same place. The Weeknd was going fucking stupid.
But you see he had to separate himself in order to be great. At some point, maybe like I don't know. Am I speaking out of turn? Like,
I think they were. I think that era of music with, I think Party makes it. I think Party's more closer to what you're talking about.
Okay.
Just because he signed to Drake directly, because it was OVO EXO as equals, and I think EXO is a pretty big thing at this point. You know what I mean? It was building. I don't know. I think we underrate how crazy. I think you could probably speak to it better actually. Because how old were you when Trilogy came out?
When Trilogy came out, what Trilogy was that 2012 or before 2011?
Around
2011, I think.
2011. Oh, fuck. Was I?
So even then, we were too young.
Wait, no. That's like beginning of high school.
Yeah, that's like 15, like 16, right?
I think I was like 13. 14.
You got to be like. I feel like if you were like 18 to 25 when Trilogy was first coming out, that was probably making shit go stupid, bro.
Yeah, I was listening to Trilogy last week, and I feel like I relate to that music way more now than I did when I was middle school, entering high school. Bro.
For sure.
Yeah, I didn't even know what he was talking about.
Yeah, I could not fathom all the drugs and women as an 11-year-old kid, really.
Well, I definitely had the best Trilogy moment I've ever had, probably like 2 weeks ago. I just like went for a run. It was like raining really hard. And I was just slapping Trilogy, and it was maybe the most main character moment I've ever had in my life, like running through that rain. It was the perfect setting.
Is that his best project?
Yeah.
Not even close. Really.
Yeah, it is. I love After Hours. I'm a huge After Hours fan, but yeah, that was.
I mean, you can't even count
one.
as a project. You gotta like separate.
Yeah, I mean, which part is? I like Thursday a lot.
Thursday's incredible. House of Balloons.
House of Balloons is number one, right?
Yeah. House of Balloons. Thursday, and then Echoes of Silence, right?
Yeah.
What was Kissland? Was that not on?
Kissland was a
different
separate
project.
Got it.
Yeah. All fire. But I mean, I guess in that ecosystem, Party announced that he's coming out, I think later this year. He did a video to Resentment. I'm super excited for new Party music.
Yo, an OVO album would be insane.
If they could get them all in a room for like 15 to 18,
that
would be crazy. That would be insane.
I don't see why not. I mean, obviously they're busy, but like, they've never done anything like that before, and I feel like why make the label independent if you're not going to do something with it? Like, it feels like, especially early when OVO first became independent and left Warner, like I feel like Drake was, you could see him making a slight push. He's like, all right, Smiley, and then I'm gonna hop on the Popcorn song, and I feel like now he's kind of like just focused on himself and tour. But I mean, look, if you're gonna establish a legacy as the greatest artist of all time, why not bring up other artists underneath you? You're not gonna be there forever. You've already kind of cooked up your sound, and like, we talk about it. I don't think Drake will ever make another classic album, so why not be Wayne and bring up the next round of like talented artists?
Totally.
I think a 4-bat success might actually spark that in him, because you have to fall back. We've seen it with Cole.
Yeah.
You know, even though I don't think Dreamville as a collective is like the craziest everyone's hitting, he had to put out Revenge of the Dreamers 3. He had to say, I'm not going to drop this year. Let me dedicate my time and energy to actually making sure the right people are getting curated to put this whole thing together. Let me make sure that Jid gets all the support that he needs, you know.
Yeah.
That type of situation. You got to like take time, understand the artist to be able to identify each of their individual needs to put them in the best position to win. It's a whole thing.
I got a question. If you could get an album from any artist label, which one would it be?
So that's Dreamville. What, like PG Lang,
TDE.
Is TDE an artist label? You feel me? Or are we just talking like independent?
I guess small independent labels.
Okay, small independent. So then can we do like LVRN is also an option?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd really like to see another like YSL project. It's not gonna happen, but I feel like Slime Language 2 was good, but I think they could have just turned it up way more, especially the way that Gun is going now. But I mean, obviously that shit's never gonna happen. Obviously,
yeah. YSL is tough. I think that it's just like we've already had that. I would love a Can't Be Fucked With album. You know, that collected with Lil Baby. It's Lil Baby, 42 Doug, V's, and one more, Rilo Rodriguez. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, but you're not really gonna tell me you want that more than a TDE album.
That's what I'm saying.
I
would listen to a TDE album over that.
TDE's the answer, bro.
I'm trying to think of things that we haven't already got. I'm not gonna
a
pick
SZA-led TDE album, bro.
We've already
with Isaiah
got,
Rashad features. We never got a TDE album.
I kind of count the Black Hippie shit that we've gotten.
No,
and
where's
I
SZA?
kind of count Black Panther soundtrack.
Disgusting. No.
If I'm going that, I'm gonna still go. I like LVRN. I think that would be tough.
That would be
From
tough.
all of their people, I think that would be insane.
You told me SZA was gonna be the greatest to ever do it when it's all said and done. The answer is TDE, bro.
I'm not pissed at TDE.
The answer is like just say it.
TDE one at all. I just don't.
And OVO would be fire too.
OVO would be insane.
Yeah.
Don't try to be too hipster
Look
on
at
me
this
right
guy
now.
hated. I'm talking about shit that I want to hear. You know how I feel about Summer Walker.
Oh, my bad. You like Summer Walker better than
You
SZA.
know how I feel about
My
Summer
bad. Yeah, you think
Walker,
she's
bro.
gonna be the best to ever do it when
I
she's all
want
said
more
and done.
music. You know, SZA just dropped. I'm not in a conversational mood today.
I think
Don't attack me when I'm vulnerable.
Wait, I got a question though, because Spencer is right. You did say when it's all said and done, SZA will be the greatest of all time.
Yes. Check out our hot takes every week.
So I'm interested in why you don't feel like a TDE project would be the best.
I think I'm just not thirsty for music from them as much as I'm thirsty from other people. Because I just got a SZA album recently that I'm still listening to.
You're just talking, bro. Isaiah Rashad?
What you mean?
You don't want new Isaiah Rashad music?
I do. I honestly just don't think that. Like, I'd rather get full solo projects from all those people. To be 100% honest, like if they're gonna put time into dropping music, I think I'd rather be more invested in a solo project from each of them. You know, niggas can't say nothing without it being an argument.
I just know
you gotta stand on everything you say.
I'm standing on it. I got.
You don't want to hear Doechii and Isaiah Rashad on a song.
Guys,
you don't want to get more Doechii SZA music.
Guys, we're
SZA and Sir in this new incredible era Sir's in.
I want new vibes. They expect us to say a TDE album. We all have talked about and conceptualized a TDE album. What's something that is brand new that can compete with that?
All right, what about like it's not really fully a label. Well, maybe the EQT shit.
EQT.
Right?
Yeah.
Smino, Masego.
What's that girl's name? Chloe the God is on there too.
Yeah.
She's cool.
Ooh.
I'm forgetting one other person that's big on that label.
Is
that
Raven
I really
Lene
like.
over there?
That feels right.
That would be fine.
I'll check.
See, look at that. Look at a fun answer. Look at a fun answer.
I think Cactus Jack could be fun too.
Ooh.
But like Travis,
we got Jack Boys.
bro.
We got
Travis
Jack Boys
just
in
did
it.
the same thing, bro. Like I feel like it's like, well, actually no. Travis really did put in some work at the beginning to make Cactus Jack a real thing. I think that Don Toliver was a success. I don't think Shaq West panned out the same way he was supposed to, but I don't think that's anyone's fault besides his own. Mm-hmm. And I feel like Sofego is probably the first miss in terms of the right branding, the right marketing, the right
Sofego is
release
Cactus
strategy.
Jack?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think the release strategy was wrong with that, but I think that Travis was on his way, and then the momentum got lost somewhere. But it'd be interesting to see them like really try and come back.
Don is dropping soon, right? Too.
Should be. Yeah,
I think he announced the date.
Oh,
Really? I didn't know.
I think he put out a date yesterday. I want to say even March 15th. It's definitely a
Whoa.
soon. Either the 15th or the 22nd.
New
Very
Dawn.
soon.
Everyone hold. I'm gonna get the information.
You know what I mean? We don't research much on this podcast.
Don't say that. Did he post it? Where'd he post it?
We just say things.
I don't know. I just saw it somewhere.
I told Miles that I'm going to work this year on backing up all my opinions with facts. So I can also go in the comments and be like, yo, you weren't listening. I gave you 3 facts. And you didn't even listen or acknowledge it.
I try to be either fact based or really loud. Those are your only two. Those are your only two options in this type of discussion.
Right. Because sometimes the really loud stuff will get taken out of context, and then people will just be like, it'll start a whole conversation itself. You don't have to even back it up.
Yeah, bro. There's no Don Toliver date.
I'll prove it. You know, this will be something I'll put in the comments. But also future Metro.
Okay.
Metro.
You know what I'm saying? It looks to be 2 separate projects. They dropped a trailer yesterday. I'm very, very excited for this. Very interested in what type of vibe we're gonna get from Future. Do you think he keeps up the conversation the way that it's always been with him? Same topics, kind of.
Yeah, I don't see a collab tape with Metro as like a deviation, of course, where he gets like really emotional or gets into his R&B bag or anything like that. I think it's just gonna be hitters. Honestly, I think we're gonna get hits and slaps.
I think that the whole ceiling of this project depends on what Metro does from a production standpoint.
Yeah,
I think Future is Future at this point. You know, he's delivered pretty much every time he's dropped. He has a sound. It's good. Always make sure he gets the right features and everything. I know what I'm getting on that side of things. If Metro could give him production that pushes him a little bit, you know what I mean? Because I wouldn't be mad if we got a Hendrix. That's our favorite. Is that your favorite Future album?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's the majority of people I talk to's favorite Future album. If we could get one more, just a couple songs in that vein, a couple of those little, I don't even know how to do, because what makes Hendrix different from his other stuff?
It's the features and the R&B leaning aspect of it.
It's R&B, right?
Yeah. I mean, what he opens that with My Collection.
Yeah. Yeah, nah. That's I need that. I need R&B Future on one of them.
Yeah.
I don't think we will get it just based off
title.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get that.
I mean,
the title.
I do think, like, even if we don't get it, I think one good thing about Metro is that, I mean, he's himself obviously a producer, a DJ, but also a curator, right? Like, we heard on Heroes and Villains what he can do and the kind of stories he can craft and like the features he can bring. So I'm excited to really see like what Metro brings to this project in terms of the creativity around who he's pairing with Future. And I think, like you said, from a production standpoint, it's going to be dope, too, because he's Metro Boomin. At this point, he's gunning for greatest producer of all time. I think that's what he's aiming for right now.
And I think this project, he will have the most eyes on him he's ever had, and I think he knows that and probably is going in with, like, a chip on his shoulder. You know what I mean? Because I think Heroes and Villains was his biggest moment in the spotlight.
Yeah.
Nominated for a Grammy, all that, became a household name. Now this is, like, the follow-up. Everybody knows what he's capable of as a solo artist. Now pair him with maybe the best rapper of our generation. You know what I mean? And like see what happens.
Yeah, I have high expectations. I think it'll be good.
This could be album of the year.
It's about to be.
Damn.
What would you put over it?
Damn.
Like that you know that is coming.
That I know that's coming. I mean,
or that has been rumored to pop up.
I mean, I'm still saying Blue Lips. Album of the year for me. I think that he's got to come with some shit for it to be better than that to me. But that's on like some artsy shit. But as universally accepted, yes, I think that this could be the most played shit of the year for sure.
Yeah.
Vultures 2?
Is that coming out? He dropped that little weird ass album cover.
Yeah, who is that guy?
I have no idea.
You know who the guy is?
Can we pull up the album?
Can I take a guess?
Because I haven't seen it yet.
I've now, guys. Nobody bully me, all right? Nobody bully me. Is that Larry Hoover?
Oh,
that's.
I mean, let me see the picture.
It would make sense, but I don't know if that's what he looks like.
I don't know. I've never seen what the nigga looks like, so I don't know.
This is the cover.
Yeah, let me. Yeah, y'all can see that.
Why does Ty Dolla $ign never get any love on these covers?
You know, yeah. Can I zoom in on that? Whatever.
You doing all right?
I'll do the thing.
What are you gonna do?
Here we go. Oh,
super small.
Super small.
Can I do something for you?
Do this, bro. Do this, guys. I'm taking this off the screen while we do it. I'm not a tech guy, guys. If you want to be a producer for the StereoVision podcast, send in your resume. We probably won't hire you, but I promise I'll open the email. Wow. Okay. I think that's Larry Hoover. Final answer.
Kind of look like Ty Dolla $ign with a wig on. Oh wait, no. I zoomed in. No wig.
You know that looked like a nigga. I was gonna say something crazy.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something crazy.
I had some crazy.
I had some thoughts. But
What? Who else could that be? Let's look up Larry Hoover. Like what?
Like a young Larry Hoover.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
No, I don't know.
we don't know. We don't know.
Who's Kanye championing?
Who's Kanye?
Now?
Who's because you know. I don't. Is it okay?
Who is
it okay to have this guy on the screen? Are we gonna get canceled for this?
Right.
But
I'm googling it right now. Who's on the cover?
Kanye, black mask, leather jacket. It's the same cover. Is this album gonna come out? And are you excited for it?
So apparently that is Big TC,
Okay.
Ty Dolla $ign's brother.
Oh, that's hard. That's hard. That's hard.
Man.
That's tough. That's tough then. So Ty did get some love. He can't his brother. It can't even be Ty.
No, right?
It would have been way funnier if that. Oh, you were spot on when you said it kind of looked like Ty Dolla $ign.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
What if that was just a picture of Ty Dolla $ign? That's what I would prefer. He's just holding a frame of Ty Dolla $ign, not in there. But
I don't like this cover.
no, Kanye is just doing whatever he wants at this point.
Yeah.
I think that if it comes out, I'll listen. I guess I don't know. Do you think it's gonna be better than Vultures 1?
Who knows, bro? I'm here for it.
I think with Kanye, I go in with low expectations and I'm surprised every time. I also don't try and predict what he's gonna do or what he's gonna release. Like, bro, we're gonna enjoy it. At the end of the day, he's gonna release a couple songs that we're gonna really fuck with. I think we're gonna have a good time listening to it.
Yeah.
I don't go in with expectations. For
you
him,
can't.
like, you can't.
Yeah.
You know, he's very unpredictable.
Yeah.
So.
And yeah, like at the end of the day, I'm still slapping like a bunch of songs off Vultures 1.
You are?
Exactly.
I'm
Yeah.
not.
No.
I'm
Really?
not. It's cooled off in a major.
Man, even after that
major.
reaction, bro.
Yeah. I think it was
You were championing it.
I think
real
it was
crazy.
I think it was a great first listen reaction. I think everything that a first listen is supposed to be, I think it catered to that perfectly. Going back, it's just some of those bars from Kanye just kind of take me out of it a little bit. Musically though, it's good. It's just a lot. You know, there's other things that I would rather listen to, but
You're not slapping Burn on the daily.
I think Burn is a strong one. I think Burn is super strong.
Burn is incredible.
Well, it's also interesting because he sounds like old Kanye, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Like those verses sound like some shit that I don't know. Like, what era of Kanye is that to you?
That's like a little bit of, I can't even go all the way, but I want to say Late Registration.
That's what it sounds like.
I was gonna say Late Registration or like some takes off Graduation, but yeah,
that time frame.
I think obviously Carnival is going crazy.
It's
right
overplayed for me.
I fuck with Carnival. I still fuck with
Carnival. I
Carnival.
love that song, but like I don't have to put it on at this point. Like I will hear that song without me having to play it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like we don't have context for like listen. Like think about the majority of Playboi Carti's new. Actually, no, he's come with some slappers, bro, that you can play anywhere.
Man,
but like, okay, think about like Fiend. And think about like Carnival. Like those aren't necessarily songs that you're just like casually listening to.
I agree.
No.
I think that was
Turn up music.
I think that's a downfall of Utopia. I don't think like that's a bunch of like casual music. I think like when you play it, it's undeniable. You know what I mean? The sound's beautiful. It's put together beautifully, but it is hard to find a situation to play it. That's not something you're just gonna like turn on while you're cleaning your house. You know, or like if you're typing at your laptop, I don't know if I'm gonna be playing like Sirens, you know? But
Yeah.
I fucking love that song, but
The Situation.
something
So it's too much.
something you can play in all these situations though is that new Ariana Grande album.
Oh, you listen to it?
That shit sounds incredible.
I didn't listen to the whole thing.
That shit sounds really, really good. There's like 4 really, really, really good songs on there. The Boy Is Mine, of course, is awesome.
Yeah, that song was great.
Championing white women today over Kanye.
Yeah, of course. You know, I've built up enough good equity to do that. And it's March now, so it's Women's Month. You know what I mean? I got to pick a side. You know, Kanye was last month. I had him.
There you go.
True Story, which we played a little bit before too. Once again, live stream, tap in. The Boy Is Mine and Bye, the second song, are really good. I like that a lot.
Gotta listen to that.
Yeah, I didn't listen to Mike yet. I want to play that.
I haven't heard that either yet.
Yeah. Is there anything else that came out that we want to touch on, or anything rumored, anything swirling around in the new music shit?
Now I got fucking The Situation. I can't stop doing that.
No, I don't think. I mean, I kind of. Oh, damn it. I wish we could. We should have done this when we were like in the four bats conversation. But I guess we can have a wider conversation because I think niggas don't know what an industry plan is. I hear industry plan all over fucking Twitter. Whenever someone wants to talk about four bats, it's industry plan this, industry percent. It's not. No one is an industry plant or everyone is an industry plant. You go either way with that description. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it feels like an industry plant is anyone that has money and resources backing them. It's like anyone that's signed to like a record label feels like an industry plant because they have people in the building trying to put them in spaces they wouldn't organically be in. And isn't that what an industry plant is?
Or even now, like as we're seeing like management become more of a thing, like it's like if you have a connected manager or like any type of connection, whether it's good PR or whatever, like now you're an industry plant. It's ridiculous, bro.
It is.
If the music wasn't good, the industry planting would not be successful.
Yeah, like I'm totally fine with an industry plant if the music hits. I'm like, thank you, industry, for putting this thing in front of me because this is fire. Four Bats, love that song. Thank you.
Walk me through this, right? So, as an artist, the goal is to get your music out there and discovered.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have an artist who's putting out, even say it's one or two songs. It doesn't have to be a full catalog. There's situations where it takes them longer, but you know what I mean? Regardless, you want to put out music that gets on somebody's radar. It gets on someone's radar, and it just so happens to be manager, label person. One of the two probably is going to find you first.
Yeah.
They are then supposed to, when they come in, build your team. When you have a team around you, the goal is to elevate said music.
Yeah.
So part of elevation is putting you in spaces, connecting you with people who you didn't already know. You know what I mean? That often requires other industry relationships. Like, it just seems like when people do their job, you can't down people for that. You know, it's not a negative thing. I don't see.
I totally agree. I just am thinking like the only time I'm mad at an industry plan is when the music's bad. And I think the team is putting it in places it doesn't need to be put. Like I think about Lil Mabu. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And how I was just like, yo, get this kid like off my timeline.
Is that an industry plan though?
Huh? I think he's just probably marketing his music really well, getting like a lot of exposure. But like I'm slightly mad at it because all my pages that normally have this credibility and that I fuck with are posting this kid, and I'm like, yo, like I don't want to see this anymore.
If anything, I would honestly blame like algorithms and social media and shit for like growing industry plans and feeding into industry plans, because it's like if Four Bats, like you said, if the music wasn't good, it wouldn't hit. But I do feel like he has continued to go viral several times. And it's like, at the end of the day, like, yes, like it's because he's feeding social media and the algorithm what they want to see. But like these things are also like testing engagement and pushing it out more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And we were talking about the timing and like how well it was timed. Like, it's just really a great rollout.
Yeah.
That also adds the virality and like a lot, like people are like only 3 songs, 10 million listeners. Well, one of them is a smash viral hit, and he's been having like looks and moments since the first time we heard him open his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I think industry plan is just a term that like I first heard it around probably like 2014, 2015-ish. And I think it was just a way to explain virality in an age where maybe like I think outsiders of the industry came up with industry plan to understand the industry.
Yeah. I also think it's just a cultural thing in America with the older generation where they really feel like, oh, I had to work and struggle, so you should too. You know what I mean? I see it in music a lot where a lot of these older executives are like, yeah, like I didn't get paid for X amount of years and I went through all this hardship and I worked my ass off for 20 years to get here. So like, why would I just hand this to you? Even though our generation is different, I think, and things are coming easier to us and we're a little less inclined to grind our life for a career.
Really? I thought industry plan was actually a young nigga thing.
You think?
I feel like young kids who can't explain, I think adults see what's happening and understand it. Because I think they're like, this is money put behind, you know what I mean? I think they would go through the same logical steps that we go through, even if you don't work in music. It's like you get a team, they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're just niggas doing their job. I think young people are like, why is this person on my timeline all the time? Why is it all the time? I think niggas love to type and fucking like comment shit, you know what I mean? I think the easiest thing to comment in 30 is industry plant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like little stupid hate shit, bro. Honestly, it's not productive.
Right.
It's not productive at all. I think it's kind of ignorant. I think it takes a lot of credit away from the people who are really busting their ass to get their artist in a good position. And it's like, once again, if it slaps, what the fuck are we doing? I think the only industry plant might be like a Smiley. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you know what I mean? That's no hate.
You got shots for Smiley today.
That's just like, you know what I mean? Your homie, he knew Drake. And so Drake put him on a song and put it out. You know, that's the closest thing that I could maybe identify as one. But yeah, I don't even think that shit exists for real. And definitely not for someone who makes
that
slaps
is
like
OVO's only miss, bro.
Smiley?
That's their only miss.
Smiley's tough.
The song isn't even like, I remember our Smiley review, bro, and we like weren't hating it that much, and then the entire comment section was like, are you guys hearing anything? Do you know what's going on right now?
We got called lots of names.
we were going crazy in that though. Make sure to tap into that.
Go back and watch that.
Okay. Another music. We got a good music conversation today. I want to talk what makes a hit in 2024. I think me and you were talking about this a little bit. You know, is it captions? Is it having like really good lyrics that actually tell a story? Is it catchy production? You know what I mean? It seems like there was like a Jersey Club thing going on where it's like you want to blow up, get on a beat that people could dance to like that. You see a David, you know, have the emotional lyrics on screen. I think he's a songwriter that blew him up last year. Catchy caption shit seems to be the Four Bats way. What do you guys think translate the most in 2024 to making a hit record?
There's so many things, bro. I think you have to develop a sound, because I think there's so much music coming out that if you don't have like a cohesive, consistent sound that you're just like hammering the internet with, like you're not gonna catch one.
But you could get it. I think you could get a hit record without having a sound.
Okay. So we're just talking about like one
song. What does it take to put together one song that will translate in 2024?
I think it's a catchy lyrics and a caption, bro. And just like you're pandering to some idea or audience. You know what I mean? Like I feel like with the Four Bad shit, like especially with Date at 8, like he's basically just talking about tricking the whole time. He's like, yo, what is it? 500 for your hair, 200 for your nails. I'm gonna buy you this dress. We're gonna go out. I'm picking you up at 8. Like it's just like smooth, like tricking.
You know, niggas want to feel like a baller, and the girls want to be like, oh my god, look him spending money on me.
Exactly. Like that's kind of the lane that he took with it. Yeah, I think it's just I don't know, in a way pandering.
I think captions for
captions.
Sure. I think it's captions.
Yeah, I think you just need a moment that evokes like strong emotion in people. You know what I mean? Because it really is today just like one moment of the song and you got a hit. You know what I mean? Like if you have a really good hook and that hook gets used online, you know what I mean? That's going to drive people, I think, to play the whole record as long as your verses aren't dog shit. I think it really just is one portion of the song that sounds completely different. And is like a little bit undeniable. Like you have to, even if you like apathy is the worst thing in music. You know what I mean? Like, and a hit is the definition of that. People need to either love it or hate it. You can't, no hit record. People are just like, meh. You know what I mean? I don't think. Yeah. I think it needs to be emotional in one direction.
That's why I'm excited for, like, you know, we always talk about like the Cash and the Childs of the world, and I think they're building up a fan base. Yeah. But they need a hit. Like they need that one that's everywhere, because I think that the New York thing is working out, but nationwide, something that's gonna get everyone. I think is gonna be a one-liner. You know what I mean? Something crazy. Child almost had it with with
Swag It.
Yeah, how do you feel about being my side chick?
Yeah.
That kind of got it for a second, but it's something to that effect. I think. Something that people can just latch
she got an attitude. Is she bad at fuck, so I ain't mad at you?
I feel like Fisher is having a slow burn. I don't know. I was discussing it with somebody yesterday, and like I was like trying to describe who Cash Cobain was, and they're like, "Oh no, I've heard this song," and I was like, "This is just like one of my homies back in Virginia." I was like, "Oh, like this has come a long way since like I was first introduced to it, you know?" Yeah. And like you said, isn't it like one of the top songs on Apple Music in New York at least?
Yeah,
like,
I think he has 2 top 10s.
Slow burn for sure. I think the whole like Pretty Girls Love Slizzy, like the whole like sexy drill movement, like is a culture and is cool, and I think it's something people can grab onto. I feel like that song might have a big moment this summer if they can just keep it going.
And I think they're building an artist, not a hit record. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know if that's gonna be his path to success. You know, he might be a catalog thing. I think that's what happened with Steve, you know. By the time he got his hit record, it was like, oh, look at all this other great music. And now that's turned into fucking otherworldly shit for him.
I feel like they have people in their camp that they need to unlock that have like a higher ceiling than maybe like a Chowli to me. Like that dude Vonti, the singer.
Yeah.
I think they need to unlock him.
He's super tough.
You put me on R2 like he has a voice that I think could go big because he gives me a little Don Toliver.
I think Mo is the most. I think Mo is my favorite out of that camp.
Yeah,
for sure. Every time I find a new song by him that I can like listen to, that's all I'm gonna play for a week at least.
God, I want to go to Slizzy Fest, bro.
I want to go to Slizzy Fest too.
Go to Slizzy Fest. Shout out Hurry Huron, the nigga performing at that shit. Let's go. Woo woo woo. Okay, another one. Nelly. We're gonna talk about some old heads a little bit.
Talk about
Can
Nelly.
I do
Old head's gonna old head, bro.
I do that. Nelly said,
"What did Nelly do?
2000s was the hardest era of hip hop to come up in.
Like the most difficult?
The most difficult to like become a star. It's like you got to compete with the most people.
And yet, I've not heard a Nelly hit for years.
But in the early 2000s, we're not gonna do that.
I'm not hating on Nelly like his catalog. I'm just saying, bro, like. You talking about that's the hardest era to come up out of, but you haven't had a hit record in years, like.
But he came up.
No.
I feel like this sounds like hate and disrespect. I don't want to be misconstrued. I'm just saying, like, yes, you came up, you're an established artist, but like, if you're saying that this era is easy, then where are the hits? Like,
no. He's right. He's honestly right because the truth in his statement was at the end. He said, "We have all these artists, all these incredible people, all competing for one spot." That's the difference. Is like what amount of market share hip hop held in the early 2000s versus now, and the accessibility. Because you needed a record label to get on to actually put music out and get it distributed. And record labels only had 2 spots on the roster for hip hop because it was not the most popular genre in the world yet.
And look at it like this, right? Hasn't had a hit record in years, right? But because he came up in that era, the demand for the quality of music was so high at that point, he's still able to live off those records he had in the early 2000s. He made music that is translating forever. He's going to get checks off like 5 or 6 of his songs for the rest of his life. Going to be put in movies everywhere. They still get played in the clubs whenever they do the little, 2000s night. People sing along to that shit. So I honestly agree because you still have Hove, who was dropping shit relatively consistently. Pharrell, Kanye was 2003.
50 Cent.
50, Nelly. Ja Rule is out here making fucking slaps with his crazy ass voice.
Yeah.
Do you think I misunderstood his point?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Like, I think that we got to go back, pretend like that, like we're in that era now. And that's the climate. To get a moment, you had to really come with some slaps. Like, you had to have an anthem, basically, Whereas now, you could get an internet moment. And translate that, parlay that into like some quick little bread. You know what I mean? But back then, I feel like if you come out with something that's not really crazy, you're not having no motion. They tried to shelve Kanye. That's, I think, what puts it into perspective is niggas did not want to put out the college dropout.
Yeah.
And think about now how many people are dying to sign any little rap artist. Think about how many bullshit like rap artists y'all have seen get signed to like major label deals.
Yeah, for sure. I almost feel like the moment, because obviously, I was young in that era and didn't really like understand what was going on until much later.
Oh yeah, me too.
I think that, and I'd have to like probably go back and like really do my research to figure this out, but I feel like what we're seeing in like African music could be compared to like what was going on then. Like I feel like, well, no, because
I'm not mad at you.
There's a point there, but I was gonna reference like Def Jam, and that was way earlier.
I agree with you 100% though, because at this point to break through in Afrobeat, you have to come with a real slap.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because you think like Annabelle, you know what I mean? Like, hey, great song, love that song. Is it a slap like fucking like I'm trying to think of like Essence.
Yeah, Essence.
You know what I mean? Like it's not breaking through like that. Tim's has Free Mind. You know what I mean? Like you got to really come with that shit. Even like a Ira. Like, you know what I mean? She had to come with I think Rush. Would you count Rush as something that broke through?
I think Rush is her biggest song.
Yeah.
And it's like a mood for a lot of average music consumers. I feel like hip hop might have been a mood, like there are obviously people that are fully invested in the genre, but like a lot of people just need a playlist of 15 songs for when they are in their little Afrobeat mood. And you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So they need their Burna Boy, you know what I mean? They need their WizKid, they need their Thames, but they don't really need any more than that.
And
you know
it's
what
difficult because like
exactly.
to your point, you have to build a name for yourself, because I think like Burna Boy is well known in the US now. I think WizKid also has name recognition, maybe even DeVito, but I think even like Ira Star or Tyla or like even Rema, bro. Like these are names that people are just becoming familiar with and acquainted with, and I think to have longevity in the U.S., like people need to like know your name and know your brand and all that stuff. That's why the Omalay stuff was so funny, because it's like, all right, people in the U.S. don't really know who he is, but outside of like fans of Afrobeats, but like that's the type of stuff that pushes your name forward to the forefront and makes you a bigger star.
That was actually a really good comparison. I think that's accurate to like the eras type shit.
Yeah.
Another old nigga from the 2000s was talking. This wasn't on the little topic sheet, but you see Joe said the opposite of what I said.
Yeah.
Joe Budden came out on his podcast and said it's over for the female rappers.
Yo,
it's quiet for them. About? You know what I mean? He said you can't. He was wild in how he said it.
Yeah.
He's like, you can't just go send them to Colombia, do the little hair and makeup bag shit. You know what I mean? And like put out a song and think it's gonna blow up.
Wow.
Yeah, Joe, I think you're wrong. If you didn't watch the hot takes last week, you know what I mean? I think it's just getting started for them for real. I mean, we got 2 tough snippets this week.
Yes.
Caribou and Sexy Red.
I didn't hear the Sexy Red one.
The Sexy Red one is good. The Sexy Red one is really good. And it's one of those, like, one that's going to get people chanting. Yeah. It's kind of a throwback to that, actually, like, early 2000s sound a little bit. I'll put it out there. That shit hard.
What was the Caribou one? That was, like, a Juvenile snippet or some shit?
I think so.
Like, instrumental? Or it was something from that era.
Yes.
It felt like, the Caribou snippet was crazy. Her flow, bro, and her voice is so fire. I think you're right. I think the women's shit is just getting started. Happy Women's Month. Happy Women's Day, everybody.
You know what I'm
saying? Happy Women's Month. But
quick pandering moment.
But, like, I think it's just like it's going to diversify and they're going to become niches. You know what I mean? Because they took the mainstream. But I do think that is getting a little played out, like the Lotto sound. You know what I mean? Maybe that's just to me, but I don't even hear a lot of women talking about that music anymore. But I do think that in all these different niches of hip hop, women have like kicked down the door and are gonna start to fully infiltrate. You know what I mean?
You have to have a personality at this point. You do. You can't be it can't just be a looks thing, you know what I mean? There has to be more than just like obviously being like attractive. And like obviously I think their bars are good. You know what I mean? Shit, I'm not out here rapping, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna say they're not talented. But you have to have a story damn near. You have to like you said, a niche, you know what I mean? That's why I love seeing like Tia whenever she's on stage, you know what I mean? Cause she does the whole outfit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She fully embraces like the thing that she talks about. Even like Meg, you see her leaning into her interest more now. She's got the Nike thing to show her fitness side. She's doing like the anime awards. You know what I mean? There has to be a full, not even cohesive, but just a story there that people can latch on to.
There are so many dope women in these different niches. You know what I mean? Like we always talk about the Meg and the Lotto, and then we always talk about Anicia and Caribou, but like Tia is super dope. Veda under Tia is incredible. Rico Nasty has been doing her thing for so long. It's really, really cool. And there are some like really lyrical girls that have been coming
Rhapsody,
up to.
No Name, fucking
of course the classics, but I mean like there's some like new women rapping that are really. I found this one girl like the other day that has like a real like Smino flow. Super fucking dope.
Shout out Ricky Monique. Ricky Monique is really, really tough. Listen to her Good Seats EP. Very, very good. Look, from that No Name cloth. She needs to drop music. I feel like she's out here living her life and shit like that.
Who? No Name?
Nah, her name is Ricky Monique.
Oh, okay.
She's really cool.
I'm also personally excited for that growth too, because I think female artists in general come with more of a performance aspect to their shows. I feel like especially in street rap, like people are probably tired of paying for $50 tickets to go see like an ugly dude stand in one place and just like rap about like killing people. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. I feel like as a woman artist, bro, you almost are pressured into like having more of a performance aspect to your content.
Everyone is. That's why we got like, Offset moonwalking on fucking his tour.
But see, he understands
moonwalking in a denim tier sweatsuit.
I think no matter what's going on with Offset music wise, I think he works really hard.
I love it. I respect the fuck out of it, bro.
He is like basically I'm a brand new artist. I have to, in order to sell these tickets or at least like cater to the people that bought tickets to my show, I have to give on a good performance. Bro, like what else am I gonna do?
And I fuck with any nigga who's bringing out like the too cool for school thing, you know what I mean? It's like, no, like I am trying to grow. I don't want to stay in the same place. And I will do and try whatever it takes without being, I don't think it's corny. Because I think he's even said that like he used to dance and shit. Like that's been a thing with him, you know what I mean? Loves Michael Jackson. I think that's been clear throughout this whole shit. So I like that he's embracing that. But I do think the women more naturally lean into those more performance oriented things.
I think there's almost a pressure too.
Yeah.
Because like even if you look at like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, like it's like, especially with Nicki coming up, I feel like she had to have more of a performance aspect to her shows for people to even take her seriously. You know,
I've been seeing videos of Nicki shows, and
they're not good.
I'm not super impressed, but I don't know.
She's also old.
Yeah, she doesn't need to. She got enough slaps to just kind of get up there and say,
Don't hate on me, Barbs. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't want no smoke.
It's just a fact. I don't want no smoke though.
I don't want no smoke with none of y'all.
Nuh-uh.
You know, y'all got it. Should we do Dreamville lineup?
Yeah.
Was that the best festival? Is there another festival that got announced too?
There's also Gov Ball. Obviously Coachella.
Fuck Coachella. Coachella has lost its vibe for me.
The whole vibe is gone.
Not the whole vibe.
All the
but,
aura.
it's just expensive, and like I've seen enough people off it now. But Dreamville lineup got announced. SZA, Chris Brown, Jid, Lil Yachty, Schoolboy Q, Sexy Red, Tizo Touchdown, Earth Gang, Amare, Jeremiah. Lil
That's
Tyler,
obviously gonna be Miles' favorite show ever.
Cole, Nicki Minaj, Rema, Monica, Jeezy, Ray Shrimmer, Key Glock, Boss, Money Long, Tia Corinne, Chase Shakur.
Bro, of course you're gonna say that's better than Coachella.
Is it not?
It's literally all your favorite artists, bro.
Is it not better?
It's SZA and Chris Brown alone is better than Coachella.
I don't know when I got branded. I don't know when I got branded as this ginormous Chris Brown fan.
You are,
bro. You're a huge Chris Brown friend.
And don't get me wrong, I am too. Like I'm a big Chris, but you're a bigger.
I think
fan
I
than
speak
me.
out against the hate. I think I just give that man his flowers, you know?
You just like somebody that can dance a little bit. You just want to be entertained.
Yo, you know, do a little extra shit.
Do a little dancey dance.
You gotta just be standing
Dance
there.
for Miles.
Yo, pause, bro. Pause.
Yeah, it was a really good line. It was a really good lineup. I really love a festival that does like 1 or 2 stages, only like 20 artists on their bill, and they're all hitters. Like to me, I'm way more likely to buy a ticket to something like that than I am, a festival with fucking 100 performances and like 8 stages and shit.
Yes, I just think it's hilarious how J. Cole got niggas going to North Carolina to
Yeah.
see all these artists. But you see this nigga Jack Harlow bit the sauce.
Oh, yo,
We ain't even
Yo,
talk about
yo,
that.
yo.
We ain't even talk
I
about that.
think that lineup was better.
That shit is tough. It's SZA again. SZA, shouts out you. SZA in the field. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She working because they want to put her as the big headliner for all this shit.
That flyer is really whack though.
Terrible flyer. Awful flyer.
you guys didn't like it?
The way
Bro,
it looks,
this looks bad.
I kind of like it.
Looks like a.
That's just your white brethren.
that looks like like a museum.
But this lineup,
I fuck with the
advertisement.
flyer. I think you guys are hating. I fuck with the flyer.
we got SZA, Jack. This is
You don't think the Dreamville one is better?
it's
The
fine.
Dreamville one is just regular. The
It's
Dreamville
fine.
one looks like every other flyer.
What do you like about this flyer?
It looks different, and I think it's like classy. I don't know. I think it's cool.
He's dick riding, but let him.
I think it's showcasing also
This is
the
like
venue.
This is like clip art.
It's showcasing the venue, bro. What
I guarantee it doesn't look like that.
I know, but I bet
I guarantee it doesn't look
you don't
anything
think
like
you don't
that.
think it's on the river.
No, it might be. So there might be a river somewhere.
I think this is really creative and really different. I don't think any. I think all
Alright,
festival flyers look the same.
You see why he makes me yell? It's
No,
like,
I just I'm
I don't-
confused at what you guys don't like about.
I don't
this.
feel strongly.
it's
about this
alright.
topic.
Like, it ain't, anyways, SZA,
What's
Jack
a better
Harlow.
what's a better festival flyer?
SZA,
Which one did you like better?
Jack
Hey,
Harlow.
No. Show me a really good festival flyer that like blew you away. And
We
you're
do
like,
we do have to come with the facts, Miles.
yeah, like
That's the
what's
New Year's goal.
what's a better one?
I think none of them separate themselves. I think they're all mid. I think all it is just a list of names
Yeah.
and a place to read them.
So why not try
So
to spice
I'm not
it up?
gonna big this deny, and I don't think this spiced it up at all.
You think this is worse than
No,
just,
not
you-
worse. Just the same as all the others.
Well, you hated. You guys both hated, and he's the only
Black
person-
History Month ends. You see how loud he gives the
He
finish.
feels-
Yo.
He feels too.
He said, "Hold on."
No, the
too
pro-
strongly
like,
about
you-
this topic.
you-
I just threw it out there.
No, I feel strongly because like you guys both were like terrible flyer. You guys are just hating on somebody trying.
Jack Harlow apologies.
I didn't know that, bro. I didn't know Jack brought that out of you.
Bro, it's not even Jack.
Vanilla baby.
It's not Jack. Jack is like the one miss on this lineup.
Yo,
And it's his own
Whoa,
festival.
damn.
I don't care about seeing Jack Harlow.
whip
Yo!
your loving on me. Whip your
You don't care about Jack Harlow?
That's the
No,
words,
I don't.
right?
I don't care about Jack Harlow. I'm not a Jack Harlow fan. But like the flyer is good. And it's different. Y'all are hating.
I don't think so, bro.
The lineup is also incredible.
Hey, hang this up in a museum. We got SZA, Jack Harlow, James Blake, Omar Apollo, Pink Panthers, Vince Staples, Amaray, Channel Trace, Majid Jordan, Slum Village, V's, yes sir, Dahi, Jordan Ward, Raven Lene, Rich Homie Quan, Benny X gets a whole set. That's gonna be fire. Caribou, James Savage, and Malcolm Todd. This is better. This is a better lineup. This is a better lineup.
This is so fire.
This is a better lineup.
And it's on the river.
It's get off his dick, bro.
Bro, it literally says it's at Waterfront Park.
Anyway,
what other never
are you going to Kentucky to see this festival?
No.
I'd go to Kentucky before I went to North Carolina.
Now you're just hating geographically.
I actually know people in Raleigh, so I would go there.
You know what I mean? Everyone.
But like,
I was talking about the lineups.
Okay.
And I want to go to a festival on the river.
Yo, if I hear about this goddamn river one more fucking time,
and the only way that I know it's on a river is from a good flyer,
about
bro.
this fucking river, bro.
Bro, it looks like there's like a little fountain in the river.
Anyways, fuck.
Y'all are
What?
Y'all are hating.
Again, I don't feel strongly enough.
I want to see this festival regardless. I would travel to Kentucky if I had the money to. Yeah,
you'd have to have the money to rent a suit too.
This is one of my, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this with you.
Is that what this is? Is this a formal?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, is that just a joke? That
I think understand? I think it's just a little like stylistic decision.
Oh man, you saying Miles' dress is bad?
You see, now you're attacking from everybody.
You got some crazy. You got some paint on your shirt, bro.
This is a crazy looking guy.
You got some paint on your shirt. Who is it?
Jack Harlow.
This is a very handsome young man. You know what I'm saying?
This guy,
Harleezy. That's a crazy guy. Letting Jack Harlow get off everything is hilarious.
Could
bro.
him and Murder Beats be related?
Yes. Like we let that man get it off in rap music.
Murder Beats is like the ugly brother.
I thought we stopped G-Eazy.
I can't, bro.
But
he's not G-Eazy.
Yo,
he's better than G-Eazy.
Hate.
That was hate.
Well, who takes the crown, him or MGK?
For what?
For best white boy in hip hop.
Nobody listens to MGK's music.
I go MGK.
Nobody listens to MGK's
after
music.
His all over body tattoo.
I'd probably rather hang out with Jack Harlow, but I feel like MGK did get Megan Fox, and to me, that's just he's just.
So are we not even?
He's saucy.
We're not even talking about the music. We're talking about more aura white man. The white man with the more aura.
Which white man has the most aura?
I want to be.
That's a clip title.
I want to be in Russ's aura.
Whoa, that's the worst one.
You want Russ's aura? You have
give me Russ aura.
A Russ?
Yeah.
Out of everybody, bro?
Yeah.
That's the worst
Santiago?
Santiago.
You want to hang out with Russ?
You know Russ performed at the Pyramids?
Okay.
He was the first one to perform at the period.
He was the first.
He made sure niggas knew that.
Hell yeah. Stand on that.
He's also, and shout out to Russ. Respect to you what you built. But you are mad annoying, bro. Like, you got to chill out.
He did chill out, bro. He did chill out.
If Russ mellowed out a little bit, maybe I'd hang out with him.
Russ mellowed out. You didn't watch the new podcast.
I'd rather hang out with Jack Harlow over Russ.
Yeah, Russ is one of those people who I would like to hang out with up till a certain amount of drinks. You know what I mean? I feel like if Russ got like one too many drinks in him, he might just go in on the SoundCloud era and how labels are fucking people over again just for like a little too long.
He's one of those people.
But I think,
I feel you.
I'd hang out with Russ. I'd
hang out with Russ.
I'd take it back.
Russ, come through to the pod.
Action Bronson has the best riz, best
Action
aura.
Bronson is the white person I would love to hang out with. Easily,
only if you could.
The only white person you'd love to hang out with.
You gotta make me a meal first.
I'd rather. Spencer has the crown over Action.
Okay, cool.
The white boy with the most aura.
I got aura.
Spencer.
Let's go.
Spencer has the most aura. Do you think you have aura, Jose?
No.
You got aura.
I think you got aura.
I know.
This is an ugly nigga. I said it just so y'all niggas would say I would.
I can't lie. Chris has more aura than me.
Christian has the most aura of anyone I've ever met.
He's the white champion.
I feel like seeing Christian
white
at the
champion's insane.
He is
the great white hope. Is Christian Pangrazio.
I feel like seeing Christian at the Super Bowl party changed my perception of him,
bro. Because he can move anywhere because he's always gonna be himself.
Right.
You know what I mean? Regardless of the environment, Christian's gonna be Christian.
Yeah, I thought I don't know. He was activated, bro.
He was activated. These niggas gonna be like, who the fuck? It's a legend. Get to know the name.
CP the Don.
Okay, before we get into hot takes, the last thing that came up last night that we talked about that I think was a really good topic is the biggest what if in music. What is it?
the Chance and Childish Gambino collab tape.
Ooh,
What would that have done for Chance's career?
Wow,
I like that.
That was a really, really good one.
Yeah.
I would love that. My take was Pop Smoke. I think that if Pop Smoke would have had his whole career, he was on track to do some otherworldly shit.
Yeah. I mean, last night the one that I thought of was if Jay Electronica dropped music. Like when he came out and got co-signed and dropped those first couple singles, and he was clearly just one of the most talented rappers on the planet. If he would have actually dropped music and developed his career, what kind of legend status he could hold. But obviously that one's not as much of a what if because he could have.
And when you said it yesterday, the argument I was trying to make too is I think that his music and like what he does almost caters to being an old nigga. Like I think that his age and him like delaying putting out music isn't necessarily gonna hurt the final product that comes out. I think he could drop a project at 50 and it's gonna like do what it's supposed to do.
I feel you because of what he's talking about and
You
shit.
know what
But
I'm
it would
saying?
have, yeah. God, I love the way he raps.
Nah, if there was more.
But also Lil Snoop.
Lil Snoop for sure. Speaker Knockers.
Yeah.
I thought about him too because he was early on the sound. X. I mean,
Obviously, yeah.
that I think he almost fulfilled it. He kind of scratched the surface.
Draco was brought up last night.
Yes.
And I'm a massive Draco the Ruler fan, and I definitely think he would have kept the LA hot, because we talk about how LA cooled down. But I also think that let me not even. Draco's a big what if for sure.
Definitely. R.I.P. all ones we lost. You know what I mean?
03 Greedo getting locked up.
Ooh, 03 never gets locked up. I think he might do some shit.
Yeah, because
I think he
Greedo got
could've done
locked
some crazy
and Draco
shit.
died, and LA died with it. Honestly, LA music scene went with him. And since Greedo's been home, he hasn't been the same. He kind of lost his momentum.
Yeah. Do you like LA music?
I do, to an extent. I think some of it is a little repetitive, but I do think that if there was more collaboration in LA with like major artists, I think maybe there would be more to speak on when it comes to it. Because I feel like, Roddy Rich, Blast, 03 Greedo, who was he? Did you say Drakeo?
Draco, Kalen.
I don't know.
Bino.
I don't really understand the ecosystem of LA, if I'm being honest. Like, why? I think there's certain artists that really just can't collaborate with each other.
Yeah.
That if they did, would definitely bring the city together and just like elevate the sound. But it always feels like there's somebody on the rise and then they either fall off or something worse happens to them. I don't know.
Yeah.
It seemed like it's hard place to make it out of.
I mean, I feel like back in like 2015 to 2019, we were seeing a lot of dope collaborations because Draco and 03 were obviously leading the charge, but they were putting on like Blue Bucks Clan, and Nipsey was working with Bino. You know what I mean? And like it was still really, it was here. They had it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just think all the artists got like something happened. Like all the leading artists. You know what I mean? It sucks.
Even what happened with Remble? Like Remble had so much
Yo,
momentum.
the Remble thing confuses the shit out of me.
Yeah.
He had such a hot moment.
Yeah, Remble needed
I don't know
to keep
why
going.
he took so long to drop.
I mean, I think maybe it's the Draco thing. I think he was affected by that in a sense.
Yeah, it was
Like mental health is a real thing, bro.
Yeah.
Like I really feel like there was no reason for him to not drop. I mean, even the co-sign with Yachty, it's like he was primed to have a really big EP tape, whatever he dropped,
Yeah, that song was so good.
I don't know.
it's because if they could have kept that connection going.
Yeah. We can't have this conversation without just saying Biggie Smalls, obviously. Biggest what if in hip
Biggie,
hop.
Pac, yeah. I think Pac had more so kind of fulfilled it, so I think Biggie's right.
Because, just the talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
Pac too, obviously.
Biggie's better than Pac.
Yeah, better rapper, yeah.
Agreed.
I like Biggie's music actually. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's one of those.
Biggie makes great music.
There's certain old school shit that you can go back to and be like, nah, I see what you were going for. Like I see the vision for sure. This sounds a little dated, just because you know what I mean. Different vibes. It's a whole different era of music goals and shit. But his flows and stuff like that really translate. It's a big nigga, bro. Fat nigga, bro.
I think Pop Smoke to me is
Did the fat
most
rapper
interesting
die?
one. No.
Is there a lot of fat rappers still?
Big X the Plug.
Yeah, the fat rappers kind of having a comeback.
Yeah, that Mexican OT.
Wow,
Yeah,
big niggas is up. Do I need to get
Texas.
fat again?
YTV.
Oh my God, YTB
Oh,
fat
YTB
literally in
fat.
his name.
Yeah.
Literally in the name, bro. we should all, you know what I mean? Maybe that's how we blow up too.
Well, get
Obese
fat?
podcast.
Yo.
Okay, let's get into these hot takes.
All right.
I don't want to go first, bro.
You don't want to go first?
I'll go
I
first.
don't have a
Okay.
proper one.
My hot take. I think. How do I want to say this? I think Ice Spice will come and go relatively quickly, but I think Sexy Red is here to stay.
Okay.
I think in 10 years, people might not know who Ice Spice is, but they will know who Sexy Red is.
I'm not mad at that.
I think she's going to have a much longer and more fulfilling career. I think the music is better. I think she's more talented. And I think we're seeing kind of maybe the negative effects of having a smash hit right when you first start making music and one of your first things out the gate, you know? And I think it is negatively affecting Ice Spice, and I think it's starting to catch up with her.
What you're saying is not untrue. I have every time Sexy drops, I just get more impressed by the music.
It's a slow burn, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? She's had hits. You know, it didn't all happen at once. She's building a foundation. She has a really great voice for rap. She's talented. Like, I think she is definitely going to be a major player in hip hop in the next 5-10 years, whereas I don't see Ice Spice being that.
Yeah. I think I'm on the same page as you. I agree.
Jose, how you feeling?
About that opinion?
Yeah.
No, I agree. But I think with Ice Spice, again, big fan still, and definitely when she came out the gate, I don't think, to me, she's providing enough substance to last in the game. Because that last single was super weak to me. And I don't know. She said she's done recording this Y2K album. She got to come with some shit, bro. I haven't really heard anything that I'm super impressed by yet. And to have longevity in the game, you got to come with that shit, bro. She already kind of flooded the market with her sound. I think it needs to evolve at this point. She's been around too long.
Definitely.
So to not give us something different. So.
Okay, I'll have two. I don't know if this is a hot take because I don't know how we feel about this, but I think that Texas is the next state that's gonna take over out of music.
I'm not mad at that.
I think that's my hot take. I think the way that we view Atlanta is gonna be Texas going forward for the next year or two.
Who's I mean, obviously that Mexican OT. Wait, that's not even Texas, is it?
No, I think
He is?
Texas.
Okay.
Yeah,
Big X the Plug.
That Mexican OT, Big X the Plug, Bash for the World,
Yep.
4 Bats.
Yep.
Cardo stays out in Dallas. Don Toliver is Houston. Travis Scott is Houston. Tisa Corinne is Houston.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Texas is going to be the next big state, and I think that the country movement is going to also assist that too.
Interesting.
Yeah.
How so? Elaborate on that.
I think that just everything coming out of there is going to be getting a lot of attention, so there's going to be a big boom in terms of building facilities and things like that to record.
Touring,
You know what I
recording.
mean?
Yeah.
I think that there's so much untapped potential in that market. I think that there's a lot of diversity in that market. Like, it's obviously there's a big white population, but then just black and brown people in such close proximity there. I think that Texas is going to be like a hub for music where people are just going to be flying in there at a certain point.
Yeah, and people just not even talking about music, people are moving to Austin like crazy. You know what I mean? It's like one of the hottest cities right now for people to move to do business. Like, I do see a lot of young, cool people going to Texas that I wouldn't normally associate with Texas. So
I don't think they have the infrastructure to support it, because I think that in Atlanta, let's go more like LA, New York, there's studios everywhere for people to record.
Yeah.
Like, you can go everywhere. I think the thing with LA that maybe makes it a little bit hard is obviously if you're in politics and shit like that, it might be a little bit more difficult to move. I don't think those same politics exist in Texas and things like that. So you could really just go wherever, bring people to the studio, link up. There's going to be collaboration, I hope. But,
yeah.
Yeah.
I like that take.
How do I phrase my take? Let me fully form it. Okay, I'm ready.
Good. That was like you seen Jimmy Neutron?
Yeah. Brain blast. In the next 5 years, one of our biggest artists will come out of Washington, D.C.
So you're dick riding.
One of the biggest hip-hop artists will come out of Washington, D.C., and it'll be someone that champions go-go music. The same way that the Jersey Club sound is coming up, the same way house music is coming up, the same way any type of dance music is coming up right now, that will be the same type of wave because it's an untapped market.
What is modern day go-go music?
Modern day go-go music is, how do I describe it? It's like a mixture of like house music, like dance music, and like rock almost. Like it's super noisy, very like drum influenced, and like super like dancey. Like, you know how like Justin Timberlake was trying to beat his feet on that stage?
Okay.
Like
Beat his feet is
that's
insane.
that's what a go-go looks like, except people actually do it right.
Who? Give me an artist that you think could maybe, or as like, or a song or something. Because
I don't even know if they exist yet. Oh, I'm talking about like the actual artists that will blow up. I don't know if they exist
Yeah,
yet.
just go-go music in general. I need an example. Because I'm not familiar with it at all.
Yeah. Well, the reason I think this is because, so I think TCB is a good example. They're like a go-go band from DC.
Okay.
But I think like go-go music is also like kind of what we're seeing with Cash and Chow. They just take songs and just flip them and then make like dance remixes, or like they'll just put their own lyrics over it, or do an interpolation of it. I don't know if it's TCB that did this, but there's like different go-go remixes of a bunch of different Adele songs. I think
Adele?
Hello. Yeah. I'll play you some shit after.
Yeah,
this,
because
bro.
I've literally never heard. I don't think I've ever heard a go-go song.
Mm-hmm.
I've
Yeah,
you
me,
never-
me
you
neither,
never-
bro. Me neither.
Never heard a go-go
Ever.
song.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I don't know even what
Oh.
it sounds like.
All right.
I've never. I don't know the genre, but you know what I mean. I can't argue. You know, I don't
Well-
have facts. I'm not prepared.
Wale tried to do it
Okay.
a couple times. Gold Link was on his way until he just did some fuck shit.
Is Wale a little person?
Wale is about my height, so if you consider me a little person, then
No. I just saw a picture of Wale with like his feet. He was sitting on the couch and like his feet weren't.
Actually, I
touching
think
the
I'm
ground.
taller than
I
Wale.
think you're taller than
I
Wale.
think I-
Wale looked like he was wearing no hate. I can name like 15 songs. I enjoy your music, Wale. This is all respect. I just seen a picture of you sitting on the couch and your feet was dangling. It was funny.
I'm getting 5'10" on Google,
Okay.
so maybe 5'9".
Okay, shots out all respect. You know what I mean? That nigga might flame me on Twitter. Go crazy. Yeah, I think that's a decent hot take. Do you want to lead the people with some words of wisdom as you've entered this new year of life?
Oh God, man.
You know what I mean? Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Warm it up.
Bars.
Warm it up.
Get your notepads out, kids.
What should it be about?
Yo,
Just anything?
Whatever got you.
Motivate the people.
He'd be about whatever you want, bro. Anything. What would you tell? What would you tell your younger self?
Keep pushing. Keep it sexy.
You're stupid.
Keep pushing. Keep it sexy.
I
Because
hate this nigga.
right there. Oh, you know what I would tell him, bro? And this is like common advice, but I feel like it's important to hear, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can do no wrong. Like you have the insight and ability, and you are a good person. You can do no wrong. You just have to take risks, because people only pay attention when you take risks. The more risks you take, the more you can learn from your mistakes, and the more you can build up an actual career and like bring people around you that will care about you. I was having this conversation. This is a conversation I was having last night, bro. I was on the phone, you know, with a little girl. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Little vibe.
little vibe. But like, she was like, "Yo, like I feel like." You know, I'm not trying to gas myself up. She was like, "Yo, I feel like I've seen a change in you recently. Like you are acting like way more confident." And I was like, honestly, like moving to a new state has not necessarily made me more confident, but it's made me care less about my mistakes. Cause like, I think that I'm meeting so many people for the first time that I don't really got time for like an intro to me. Like I don't have time to like build up like your like confidence, or, you know, like try and make people like me. It's like, bro, we might only meet one time. Like this is me. This is my full personality. This is like who I am.
Yeah.
And if you're going to accept that, you're going to accept it when you first meet me. And if not, then we're just never going to speak again. Cool. But I can't like tiptoe around a conversation or like hold back because I feel like I want to make this person like me. It's like, I already have enough friends. It would be great to include more, but like if we don't vibe, we don't vibe. So I think really what I'm trying to say is just move without fear and be confident in your ability to make the right decision.
Nah, and isn't it fire moving somewhere with no preconceived notions? of
So
you. Like
funny,
you
so
can kind of just like be whatever. Y'all, you don't know me, I don't know you. So whatever I say right now, I'm creating your perception of me right now. I mean, they say first impressions are everything. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Look at this nigga being wise and shit.
Sometimes I just,
Old ass man,
Look at
bro.
this man.
Sometimes I just pull it out the fro. You know what I'm saying?
This nigga got the afro and is acting completely different, man.
You're gonna see a different side of me in a couple hours.
Hey, you know what I mean? Make
Big
it
pause.
active today. This nigga, and on that note, like, share, comment, subscribe,
Yup.
tell a friend to tell a friend.
Mhm.
Catch you on this one, man. Peace.